This is the Dr. Pepper Coca-Cola Friday Night Rivals.
A couple of region champions and a couple of ranked teams to match up here on our final night of Friday Night Rivals down on the Eastern Shore as the Bayside Academy Admirals region champions in 3A Region 1 hosting the Tuscaloosa Academy Knights, who are Region 5 champions in 2A. Tuscaloosa ranked number 7 coming into this game in 2A, and the Bayside Admirals ranked number 5 in 3A. And Jim Cox, my partner, Dan Brennan, Halloween night, so of course insert the corny joke, right? But I think each team saying, hey, this other team that we're facing tonight, they're pretty scary good.
Yeah, they're scary good, and they know each other. They played last year with Tuscaloosa Academy coming out on top by one slim point. Should be a good one tonight. And also, how about this weather? We go all season long with the balmy in the 80s, and suddenly last weekend, almost on cue, fall is here.
Yeah, I think Bayside's going to want to run the football tonight here, but when they put it in the air, getting a little help back, a little healthier this week than they've been.
Their top receiver, Walker Collins, is back. He's been gone for a few weeks, and they have run it more. But with Collins back in the lineup, we might see them throw it around a little bit. Guys really quick, actually has some good just straight on-line speed and can get over a defense. So Collins, number 13, back on the field. That's good news for Bayside Academy.
Yeah, Tuscaloosa, they know they're going to have to stop the run. Usually you got a team that's really good at stopping the run. It's linebacker play. You get that second level, and they're really good there in the middle of the field.
Sawyer Summerlin is a sideline-to-sideline prototypical guy, and you can tell he gets about 12.5 tackles per game. So he's not just, he doesn't look good in pads. He's very productive. This team is talented, so we've got a lot of talent on the field tonight, considering the fact that both these schools are smaller in terms of enrollment.
Yep, Bayside has won 8 in a row. They have not won 9 games in a season since all the way back in 2010 when they went 10-0 that year. And Tuscaloosa comes in, tough loss to Coosa Christian Academy last week. So should be a good one. We'll come back. We'll kick it off tonight here on the Eastern Shore. Last game of the regular season. Both these teams going to the playoffs and want to finish on a high note. We'll come back, kick it off right after this. Get to the stats.
Oh, I've got no. Got you.
Freedom Field here in Daphne. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Bayside Academy hosting Tuscaloosa Academy as we get ready to open this one up. As we said, 3A region champions for Bayside and 2A region champions for Tuscaloosa Academy. These two teams met last year, the only time they played each other. A 14-13 win up in Tuscaloosa for the Knights. And Bayside will get the ball to open things up. Noah Kane and Cade Lyles back deep. Stanton Turnipseed will kick off for Tuscaloosa Academy in the Road Whites. Bayside in the home. Well, it's been a minute since we've been here, Dan Brennan, back in 2022, right?
Yeah, 3 years ago. Earlier in the season, it was a nice, warm evening. Tonight, we've got the heater going a little bit.
So look here, no tee.
Yeah.
Like go a little onside to open this up. A little watermelon-style kick here. That is Hudson Powell, not their normal kicker. A little trickery on this Halloween night, Dan Brennan, maybe?
Let's see.
No, just flat out bangs it all the way down to around the 10. And now coming out across the 30 finally, and up to about the 33 yard line to open things up out there. Cade Lyons for the Admirals. And Bayside will come out with Davis Barnett, their sophomore quarterback, who's had a strong season here, throwing for over 2,000 yards. And again, like we said, they're going to want to run the football tonight and just slow this offense down of Tuscaloosa Academy that could really move the ball around the yard. Barnett with a give to Noah Kane, and he's going to get a couple. Kane now 31 carries on the season, closing in on 200 yards. He's kind of a Swiss Army knife for them. He catches the ball, starts in the secondary, returns kicks. And Summerlin, who Dan highlighted on the opening of the game, comes in and makes the tackle. Miller now splits out top for Barnett. And they'll go right back to Kane. And Kane hit driving forward across the 40. Going to get out to about the 42-yard line and bring up third and manageable here for the Admirals. So 3rd and 2, and they'll bring a sub package in here on offense for Barrett Trotter's squad. So Bayside's offense, Barnett, as we said, at quarterback, and Kane, Harton dressed, but probably not going to go tonight. Now they'll go direct snap. Billy Neal, they bring him in from linebacker, and the All-State linebacker last year as a junior comes in on offense, and he's going to pick up the first down.
He's the man in the man among boys analogy.
Yeah, at, 2A, 3A football, I see more young men playing on both sides of the ball in more situations, and just partly due to roster size and the number of kids that you have out on the team, as opposed to maybe at a 4A or 5A or 6A, 7A level.
Sure.
Now Barnett looking to throw for the first time. Scrambles around, not going to be able to get away from the pressure there of Bo Cochran. And Cochran has his second sack of the season. And a big loss on first down for the Admirals.
So I think, of course, they're trying to take a shot right here after the success of running the ball. But the last thing they wanted was a big negative play, and that's what they got.
Yeah, lost 18 on that sack,
Yeah.
and now 2nd and 28 coming up.
Tough to recover from.
Barnett wants to quickly come out to this side. That one's broken up. And that was Aston Poe, the linebacker. Was in the middle. Now you got 3rd and 28.
He almost smelled out a pick six, didn't he?
Yeah, they're trying to come to Bo Miller on the near side where the Admirals, and after that first down, it just stalled here. And now 3rd and 28. He's a team that likes to run the football. This is exactly where you don't want to be here on this opening drive. Barnett rolling to the near side, still looking downfield, comes back and able to get that one off to Kane at the original sticks, and he's across midfield. He's going to get it up to about the 46-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down, but if you're thinking about going for it, he's going to pick up a big chunk, probably going to get 20, maybe 24 of them back.
Look at this off-script play. Good throw on the run. Kane's a good player. He makes a lot of things happen after he catches the ball, and it looks like they've decided to punt.
Yep, they will punt. They get 23 of it back, so 4th and 5. Wilkinson on the punt for the Admirals, but at least going to be able to flip the field with a big punt. He has a big leg. And all the way back deep. Cochran back at the 10-yard line. We wrapped up and dropped there by Bo Miller of the Admirals. So, boy, that getting a huge chunk there on that 3rd and 28. You get the big punt, and now you're able to pin Tuscaloosa down at the 10. Early on here on Friday Night Rivals, scoreless at Bayside.
Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by Dr. Pepper with the Coca-Cola Red Zone, the Mobile County Sheriff's Department. Join Team Sheriff today. And Greer's Markets. Greer's got it. We guarantee it.
Freedom Field here on this Friday night. Jim Cox and Dan Brennan. Bayside forced to punt on the opening possession, and now we'll see Mark Norris, the all-everything quarterback for this Tuscaloosa team, with Ty Johnson back in the backfield, and Norris looking right side, and get that one up to about the 15-yard line, and completes it off to Graham Sins, the junior, his 12th catch of the season. And see tempo right away from this Tuscaloosa Academy team. Pressure coming in, and now Norris will step up looking to buy some time, but he's going to be dropped before he can get back to the original line of scrimmage. Is in there to make the stop. Will Allen. What else is new? Allen, their leading tackler.
Allen, a really good player, and what Norris did was bought some trouble.
It'll be the 21st and a half tackle for a loss for Norris, but I should say for Allen. And now 3rd down, rolling out Norris, far sideline, able to get that one off and complete. Jack Kemp, the freshman. Boy, how impressive is Norris, just the mechanics, and looking at this young man throwing the football.
Just caught our attention on the field.
Gordon and Sims, the wide receivers on the other side. Kemp and Howell, Atkins, Hollingsworth, Murphy, Orrell, and Stimson there. But Johnson out of the backfield is the one they will run it with when they have a chance. They get it to him. That's just his 18th catch of the season. You're going to lose a little on that one.
Norris had his mind made up. That's where he threw the little swing out there. But again, good defense by Bayside.
See the tempo when they have a chance to really push it, averaging 30 points a game. Norris, again, pressure will have to roll out looking, able to fire that one off, and it's broken up. Good work over there by Cade Lyons to knock that one away. And 3rd down, this Bayside defense. McDaniel on the outside. And then you got Reineck, Allen, who we talked about, just so disruptive in the middle. Breland, the all-state linebacker. Neal Parton not going to play tonight. Johnson and Cunningham, Noah Kane, Wilkinson, and Cade Lyons. Jack Wilkinson, number 5, will probably fill in for Parton. Parton, if they needed him, he's dressed tonight. He'll do some of the long snapping. But if it was a playoff game, he'd probably be out there, but a little bit banged up. And now 3rd and 13 here for the Knights. Norris pulls it down. He's also the leading rusher, but he's going to get wrapped up from behind and nowhere to go. Again, Will Allen able to make the stop. And this Bayside defense going to force a punt against the Knights. And
Admirals did a good job of containment the entire series, especially on the quarterback, Norris.
Norris.
You're right, he's had some success running the ball.
Yeah, 720 yards on the year, 8 TDs. But he'll have to punt. Bring on the punter, Owen Price. Low snap. And Price, he had his knee down on the ground. That's going to be a turnover. Bayside's going to get it all the way back at about the 11-yard line. Low snap. He put his knee on the ground when he fielded it. Yep. So it's going to be all the way, they're going to say at the 7-yard line now. So what a turnover here in Bayside. Going to have the great field position in 1st and goal when we come back. Scoreless halfway to the first, but Bayside's in the Coca-Cola Red Zone when we come back right after this.
Friday night. Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by Andrews Diesel and Automotive, proud sponsor of tonight's Scholar Athlete of the Week. McMurphy Orthodontics will make you want to smile. And Roof Doctors. Got a sick roof? Call the doctor. Roof Doctors.
Costly turnover for Tuscaloosa Academy there with the bad snap and the knee on the ground for the punter Price. And now 1st and goal from the 7 for the Admirals. They fake it to Kane, zip to the end zone, touchdown. Able to get it to Walker Collins. Dan highlighted him in the pregame show and his 8th touchdown reception of the year.
If Collins walks out, he sees he's got inside leverage against the DB. That's pitch and catch. That's backyard stuff.
28th touchdown toss of the year for Davis Barnett, and that's another ArcelorMittal Calvert touchdown. Apply now at ArcelorMittalCalvertJobs.com. See why they're so excited to get Collins back. And I'm talking with Brandon Dean, assistant coach, before the game. He works with the offensive line on that side of the ball, and he said he can really stretch the field. He can get separation. Didn't have to do much stretching there from the 7.
No.
But little play fake there to Kane, and on for the PAT. We'll see if they snap it or if they're going to go with the direct snap and go for 2. That's exactly what they do, and they get it to Billy Neal, and Neal is able to crash it in for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, he's got the body to do the crashing.
Swinging gate
linebacker,
yeah.
Swinging gate, and
Vic Lockner used to call it the water bucket drill. Is direct lateral snap.
Yeah, that kid was born for short yardage. He also is obviously a really good linebacker.
Jack Wilkinson give the long snapper credit there. So it's 8-0. Bayside on top. They get the 2-point conversion. Don't be tricked by the 7 on the screen.
There you go.
There we go. It's 8, right? So, wow. So take advantage. 1-play drive. And really just an unforced error by Tuscaloosa Academy to give Bayside that great field position.
Yeah, you know, I really don't think about this, but as a punter, don't you work on that? Don't you realize that the last thing you can do is let your knee touch?
Yeah.
That's just got to be a cardinal sin. Maybe the colder weather, chillier weather, something led that kid to make a bad decision. Now, the snap wasn't good. That's not what I'm saying, but you got to do everything you can to never get that knee near the ground.
Carson Kahn on to kick. And he takes a big, long, really goes far back to get the big run up to the kickoff, and he'll put that one to the far side back to Cochran again. Cochran out to the 27-yard line before he's wrapped up. Cochran, linebacker, plays some wide receiver, returns kicks. Just one of those high school football players that you just love to watch on Friday nights.
You see a lot of that in 3A and 2A ball. Both sides of the ball. It's not a problem.
This Tuscaloosa Academy team went to the state championship game last year before they lost to Reeltown. They've gone to the third round the past couple of years. So Josh Wright, their head coach, has got this program on the right foot for sure as they give it off to Johnson, and Johnson wrestled down. And in there is Wilkinson and Allen again for the Admirals. This defense is impressive early on here, Dan Redden.
No doubt. I mean, they're not giving an inch in the run. But you look at their stats coming in. They have been a very stingy defense. They've got a couple of guys who are all-state candidates or have been all-state. Will Allen in the middle, a big plugger.
Yep, giving up just 12.7 a game as they'll roll Norris out that time. And complete. Didn't really see what happened at the end of that.
Norris's pass intended for Mason Porter is incomplete.
Third and 9. Quite the setting here at Bayside too. Just like right in the middle of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just the bay right behind you.
You got the bay behind you. You got the beautiful stately homes across the street that are visible.
Norris with pressure now reverses field. Looking, he's got a big arm. Instead of pulling it down, he fires it off and incomplete. Good coverage back there by Noah Kane as he was trying to get it off to Graham Sims, and a 3 and out. This just looks a little out of sync here to start this one down.
Well, I think it's pressure. They're stopping the run, and they're pressuring the quarterback, and no one on the Tuscaloosa Academy side is feeling real comfortable right now, especially offensively. But Bayside taking it to them after that turnover. Unforced error, really.
Kane again back to receive the punt about his own 40.
Another low snap.
Yep, Price, a good job to keep that knee up, and Kane will take it at the 31. Kane makes one man miss, but there's a flag all the way back at the 30, and Kane up the far sidelines. Kane inside the 20. He's going to take it all the way, but it's coming back.
Noah Kane returns it for a touchdown.
Flag at the 35, and everybody saw the flag emphatically come out, but you see the weapon that Noah Kane is when the ball is in his hand or when he's around it on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, I love the moxie of Kane because he takes the punt and he knows pursuit's going to be in his face, and instead of trying to dance around, he goes right at it. He goes straight ahead and evades, but at the same time it looks like he was aided by a block in the back. We'll have to look at the replay and see if we agree with that.
So Alan Duhan backs Bayside up. We'll see if we get a chance to see it. Oh, yep. Right,
yeah, there it is. My goodness.
Right in front of the official as well. That's going to be called every time. And they give this one off on the inside to Wells Smith, and he's going to pick up the first down. A Roof Doctors first down up to about the 38-yard line. So they give Kane a little breather after he took that punt back, and they bring in the sophomore Smith. And up to the 39-yard line come the Admirals on top 8-0.
Nothing fancy. Right through the A-gap, and off they go again.
Barnett completing 64% of his passes, able to get that one off to Bo Miller, and Miller going to be wrapped up and brought down. No room there to get away from the big hands of Patrick Stell. Miller, another one of those great offensive athletes. Backup quarterback, running back, receiver.
Try to make a little too much happen there.
No gain, so 2nd and 10. So we approach 3.5 to go. Fake it to Wells, tried to come to the middle, and that one incomplete, trying to get back off to Walker Collins, who's got the touchdown tonight, and now 3rd and 10 coming up.
You can see Collins is really comfortable as a wide receiver. He's comfortable in the routes. He's comfortable. You know, this ball is on the money. He's got some room to go.
So 3rd and 10 now coming up. For the Admirals, they'll keep Wells in a tailback. And now flag before the snap, going to make it a 3rd and 15. I'll start against Bayside. Bayside's been behind the sticks on their first 2 drives.
Yeah, I mean, they were first and 28 on their initial drive after a 1st down.
Barnett fakes it. And now pressure coming, but he heaves it up to the near side, looking to get it to Collins, and it's overthrown and incomplete. Turnip seed on the coverage back there for the Knights, and it'll bring up 4th down. Again, pressure there coming on Barnett as well.
Kind of surprised he got it away because that pressure was right in his face.
Wilkinson on to punt for the Admirals, and Cochran back deep to receive for the Knights. And Bayside a little confusion on their personnel package here. Still plenty of time on the play clock, and now they'll be set as it's just inside 10. Wilkinson a high punt, but it's going to be short to the near side. Almost hit one of the Tuscaloosa players. That may have hit him. I don't think you can advance it, but it did hit the Tuscaloosa players. It's picked up and rambling all the way down to the near side is Sam Cunningham. But he's going to get it inside the 5. But Stanton Turnipseed saying, hey, it didn't hit me. So it's going to be 1st and goal if this stands.
They never stopped it.
No. And it was at the 39.
Boy, it reacted like it hit him. Now, it may not have hit him, but.
So.
Are they talking it over here?
All right, we'll sort it out. We'll take a break. Inside 3 to go. Bayside on top. 8-0, going to get the ball back. We'll just tell you where. I think it's going to be just inside the 40. Coming up right after this. Bayside on top 8-0. They're going to have the ball at the 39-yard line.
By the way, I want to let you know that this Friday Night Rivals Smile Cam is sponsored by McMurphy Orthodontics. Will make you want to smile.
Second turnover on the Knights here tonight. And Josh Wright, over their head coach, is still, I think he's saying that he's contending that the ball was not touched by Stanton Turnipseed. But the crew said otherwise, so Bayside's going to have it at the 39. And so,
well, you know, there's a lot of miles between Tuscaloosa and Dabney, Alabama, and right now he's feeling a little bit like a guy on an island that traveled a long way down here.
It definitely hit himself. The replay there hit him like over the shoulder.
Okay.
On that replay, watch again. We'll watch one more time. Unless I'm seeing things. Oh.
Would you say it did hit him?
It looked like it on that
Okay.
view as they bring Miller in the backfield, fake to him. Barnett goes to Kane up the near side, breaks a tackle inside the 20, and Noah Kane down to the 10-yard line. Pickup of 29 for Roof Doctor's first down and into the Coca-Cola red zone. How fun is Noah Kane to watch?
He's really a lot of fun to watch, and I think that was a little circle right out of the backfield.
And Bayside goes on the hurry up, and they pitch it to Kane, and Kane on the right side puts the shoulder down at the goal line, and he's in for the Admiral touchdown.
I didn't know Ken could play for anybody, right? Football player, tough kid, good speed.
Two-play drive, another ArcelorMittal-Calvert touchdown. Apply now at ArcelorMittal-CalvertJobs.com. Do you forgive us, Dad, for breaking in on our live shut to open up the game?
Not yet.
David came, they got Paige to the press box and walked right into the middle of our shot, and Dan Brennan shot him the scariest of Halloween look that he has done in all of 2025. They're going to go for two again, right back over to the linebacker, Billy Neal, and he's in, and Bayside on top 16-0, and both scores quickly after the turnover by Bayside Academy.
Hey, by the way, closed captioning for tonight's game is exclusively sponsored by SA Recycling. Cleaner communities, stronger future.
It's a good thing we didn't have closed captioning going when David Kane busted up in the shot here under Dan Brennan.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if I saw him now, I'd say you got quite a player living in your house.
Takes the quick pitch here on that one, and
You got Skinny at the hole there.
and then the two-point conversion. Well, that just
Neal
execute
doesn't
that
bother to
perfectly.
get skinny.
No.
He just runs over you.
And Carson Cone on to kick off here for Bayside as Cochran and Quarter will be back deep again for the Knights. Cochran at about the 12 up the right sideline, and you can see Bayside in there trying to strip that ball out of there. The tackles, 2 plays, 39 yards before the Kane touchdown on that last scoring drive is Bayside on top 16-0.
Well, Bayside good in special teams, well coached on defense. It's kind of a swarming defense. They've got a line of scrimmage defensively that looks like right to this point they're handling Tuscaloosa Academy.
They will host Houston Academy next week in the opening round of the playoffs. Norris comes over the middle, able to get that one off and complete again to Graham Sims, and Sims is going to have a Roof Doctor's first down up to the 40. First time we've seen him kind of just go right over the middle of the field. Sims 6'3", 170 pounds, big target for Norris, who comes in again completing 68% of his passes, over 2,000 yards on the season. Was looking to take a shot there. The pressure is going to get to him and wrap him up, and there to bring him down again is Will Allen, 6th sack of the season. And that is going to bring him all the way back to about the 36-yard line.
Allen is having his way, and that's got to be such a good feeling as a player on a defensive line. You're one-on-one with the center, and you just know to this point, I got this guy.
2nd and 14 now for the Knights. Norris, good pressure there, and that one broken up. Cade Lyons on the coverage, and 3rd and long coming up. They're trying to get Johnson out of the backfield on that one. Tuscaloosa facing 3rd and long. They bring Bo Cochran in. Probably going to bring him in to help a little pass protection here on this passing down. Time, middle, Thrown incomplete. Went over the top of his intended receiver, is trying to go to Hinton Howell. And it'll bring up a 4th down, so they get a 1st down on the first play of that drive, and then it stalls out again. And special teams have been exciting to say the least in this game thus far, as you see Norris over there a little frustrated on the sideline.
Yeah, I think just the pressure that the Admirals are applying got him a little off his game as well.
Price with an angling kick to the near side. Kane thinking about it, and you know he wanted to grab it, but has to think better of it.
Well, he gets it honestly from his dad. He wanted to barge in and grab the ball, and then thought better of it.
And don't forget, Kane had the touchdown punt return taken off the board with a block in the back as well.
Really great run. So it's fun. Now you read about a team, you hear about a team, you hear the names, and you watch them play, and then it all kind of comes into a full picture. That's what I'm seeing out of this Bayside Academy team.
And they've won 8 in a row. Inside pitch comes off to Kane, and Kane sprints up the near sideline. He's knocked out of bounds at the 39, but he's going to have a 1st down. But there's a flag back at the 22-yard line. Correction, that was Miller. And a hold against the Admirals. Wipes out the 1st down.
Inventive offense, a little inside misdirection.
And Alan Duhan backs up the Admirals.
Plays are inventive when they work.
Yeah.
You can run that play. And
then, you know, so many times you see that, and it's like the hold occurred after the back was already through the hole, and it's like it didn't really need to do that. To the near side, able to work that one off, and that is Ward Hicks. Hicks, the sophomore, 6'2", 175 pounds.
Henry Smith on the stop.
Saw his parents, Ray and Ashley Hicks, down here with the big cheer for their son's 8th catch of the season.
That's going to be the last play of the quarter, and you have to figure that with Hicks, that young sophomore, they have plans for him coming up in the future. He's got good size to work with.
We got Barnett, just a sophomore quarterback as well, so we are through 1 here at Freedom Field. Bayside impressive in the opening quarter, trying to make it 9 consecutive wins. A 16-0 lead over Tuscaloosa Academy. We're through 1 here on this Halloween night. It's a fun one here on the Eastern Shore. And we're through 1 here at Bayside. The Admirals on top by a score of 16-0. Jim Cox and Dan Brennan here at this great venue to do a high school football game. It's really one of those neat stadiums right in the neighborhood. But boy, you know, we were saying in the break, is there that big a difference between 3A and 2A, or is Bayside just really good? I
think Bayside's really good, and they're really good on the line of scrimmage. That's where they're pushing this team around a little bit, and I don't see how that changes.
Yeah, it's going to have to get Norris going if Tuscaloosa wants. They want to throw it, but they got to get some more time to do it. And they're going to have to do it here to start things off if they get the ball back in the second.
They're rattling him, too. They're pressuring the All-State quarterback. So far, all Bayside.
Bayside here out of the timeout looking to take a shot downfield, and that'll be incomplete as they were trying to go to Cade Lyons. They'll bring up a 3rd and 13.
from the 21-yard line.
See, clean pocket for Barnett just till the very end there. Good, well-thrown ball. Lyons was saying he felt like he was getting banged around a bit by...
Yeah, a little jostled.
Yeah, Fitz McInerney. 3rd and 13 for the Admirals. Barnett looks over the middle. Fire's able to find his receiver. Just did a great job sitting right down there. Bo Anderson just kind of sat down in a little soft spot, and he's going to have the first down up to the 35-yard line.
How about that? Great play. Like you say, sitting in the zone, not going anywhere. Like, here I am. Presents himself, gets the ball to him, and is able to drag a defender across the first down line.
13th catch of the year for Anderson, the senior. Wells Smith on the right side. He's got a nice hole to run behind, and wrapped up by Sawyer Summerlin, but he's going to get 7 on first down. You really talked about the line of scrimmage. I think just this offensive line for Bayside doing a great job against this defensive line for Tuscaloosa so far.
Yeah, this will be the second straight loss. They did lose to Coosa Academy last week. They were outmatched a little bit, but they've had a really good season. 7-2.
Rush Probst, head coach at Coosa Christian Academy. Smith ahead. He's going to have another Bayside first down. And Bayside, you know, their only loss this year came in week 1 when they lost to St. Michael, who's now unbeaten and ranked number 1 in 4A throughout the entire season with their big win over UMS last night. Sounded like it was a heck of a matchup between those two. It came right down to the wire.
And Jim, you look at this offensive line, they're about 240, 220, 260, so they're not small.
Right back to Smith again. Tries to bounce it to the outside. He'll spin inside the 45, down to about the 43.
We've got girth on the offensive line. They have talent on the defensive line.
Second and 2. And now they'll bring Noah Kane back in at running back. They fake to him and come to the near side. It'll get that one off to Ladd Powers, the tight end, and Powers going to have a first down up to the 31.
You know, if he handed it off to Noah Kane right there was another big gain right there.
Bayside moving the ball impressively on this drive, and up to the 31. Of course, Barrett Trotter, their head coach, he knows a thing or two about offense and offensive play and creativity, right?
Yeah, he was kind of a dual threat guy. Wasn't he a very good baseball player too at Auburn?
Yep, coached at North Carolina, and also some time with the Rams in the NFL. Kane up the left side, and Kane into the Coca-Cola red zone, out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Pickup of 17.
You know, I don't know if this team just left something on the bus or they just got hit in the mouth and weren't ready to respond. But right now, dominant performance to this point by Bayside.
Yeah, trying to make it a 3-score game here early on, and now I think they can get 5 more. A hard count. If you're Coach Wright on the far side for Tuscaloosa, I think you're really fearing this one might be about to get away from you here if you can't get some type of stop here on this driver. Force a turnover. Kane up the middle. Kane in untouched for the Admiral touchdown. Another ArcelorMittal Calvert touchdown. Apply now at ArcelorMittalCalvertJobs.com.
Like I say, Jim, the scary thing is you can see what's happening out here, but there's no way you could see any change in all this in this script. They're just winning up front, and why would you not continue to the rest of the game?
This time, Bayside will kick the PAT. Kane will hold, and Wilkinson on to kick. Robinson to try to make this a 23-0 Bayside lead. Is no good, so it'll stay 22-0, but Bayside, their third touchdown of the night. Kane with his second, and the Admirals on top big here in the first half on Friday Night Rivals. Good looking crowd here at Bayside. Admirals giving lots of reason for their fans to smile so far. McMurphy Orthodontics brings you the smile cam.
They do.
And Bayside on top. 22-0. A Collins touchdown reception, and then a couple from Noah Kane.
Not a boisterous crowd, a very relaxed crowd, and it's like the lead just allows the crowd to relax a little more. You're at Bayside. Take it easy.
Not all hopped up on candy yet. That'll be coming later on this evening.
Or other stuff.
Cochran trying to bounce it to the outside. And you just mentioned it earlier, Bayside just looks really fundamentally sound all over the football field.
Yeah, when you watch a team and they're good in special teams and covering kicks, and covering punts, that's usually a sign that they're good at nearly everything. And Cochran's a tough little fella, man, but he's got nowhere to go.
So now if you're Tuscaloosa Academy, I mean, you can't abandon the run totally quite yet because your defense hasn't stopped.
No, because
Bayside the past two drives.
Exactly.
You know, the first one was a bit fluky. You got it at the set. They got it at the 7, but.
Well, you're between a rock and a hard place, Jim, because you're not running it well, but also your quarterback, who is a really special talent, doesn't look so special because they're pressuring him to the point where he's not on his game. What do you do?
Quarter, their leading receiver, split out to the bottom of the screen, and now going to try to get the run game going, but Will Allen comes in and gets another tackle for a loss. 22.5 of them on the year now. And this is a rushing quarterback who's rushed for over 700 yards this year, but Allen just beat his man.
He beat his man. His man doubled the guard to the right. I'm not exactly sure what was going on there, but
9 plays, just over 5 minutes, 76 yards on our Mobile County Sheriff's Office before the Noah Kane touchdown run on the last drive. And now Tuscaloosa Academy, 2nd and 13. Norris steps up in the pocket, now scrambles to the right. Eludes one tackler, but he's not going to be able to get away from the second as he is brought down by Amos McDaniel.
I just wonder who they've been playing against, because this kid's rushed for nearly 800 yards. He's thrown for 2,000. This Bayside defense may be much like the Coosa Christian Academy. Maybe they're at a level that otherwise Tuscaloosa Academy hasn't seen this year.
Yeah, 2 of his 4 touchdown pass interceptions came last week. One of them, he was just trying to make something happen. They were behind big in that game.
But they may have lost some confidence in that game too, Jim.
Norris rolls out, pressure coming. He's going to be mowed over. It dropped all the way back at about the 11-yard line. McDaniel with the sack. And Amos McDaniel, the senior, comes in. He's got 4 sacks on the year and untouched. And boy, Norris just had no chance.
No, I think he was trying to get rid of it quickly, too. He had one pattern he was looking for, but no shot.
And Price going to have to punt from his own end zone. Kane stands back at about the Knights' 47. Low snap again. Price got the kick off. Kane just let it bounce. It'll check up at the 42. I was looking to see if there was a flag there. It kind of looked like the up man moved a little bit before that snap, but there was no flag. But Bayside will have great field position once again. Going to have this one at the 41 of the Knights. And we'll take a timeout, come back. Bayside up by 22, and they'll get the ball back right after this.
Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by UJ Chevrolet, serving Mobile since 1939. ArcelorMittal Calvert. Apply now at ArcelorMittalCalvertJobs.com. And the United States Coast Guard. Protect, defend, save. Online at GoCoastGuard.com.
And just as Bayside's ready to start this drive, we get a whistle, but I didn't see a flag. I think they started before our red hat got off the field, and we weren't ready. TV wasn't back yet, and Alan Duhan said, "No, sir."
There you go.
Well, they bring Miller in motion, looking for a double pass. We said he's the backup quarterback. Miller looking up the far side, and just out of the reach as he was trying to get that one to Bo Anderson. You can see why Bear Trotter was so anxious to get that play going. They had something dialed up, and Miller with the big arm had just kind of hung up a little bit for Anderson.
Boy, that would have been one twist of the knife right there.
You know, as you get ready for the playoffs, you think some coaches, you have some, you get kind of two trains of thoughts in like the last week. It's like you don't want to show things, maybe want to keep it back, and then sometimes it's like we want to show you a lot of things and make you have to spend some part of practice time on lots of different things. Barnett scrambles out, buys lots of time, slings this one sidearm middle of the field, able to get that one up and complete to Walker Collins.
Collins has been important tonight, back at receiver after injuries, had him out a couple of weeks.
Pickup of 26. Nicely delivered ball there by Barnett. Collins a junior, again Barnett a sophomore.
It's the lines of scrimmage, Jim. That's where they're really dominating things and making things uncomfortable for Tuscaloosa Academy.
Past the halfway point here. The second, they'll bring in Cade Lyons now to line up on the outside, and Wells Smith back in, but now looking to come to Lyons and complete at the 13-yard line. Lyons fits. McInerney was on the coverage.
McInerney ended up with the football, said, hey, wait a minute.
Coming up at the end of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game presented by NHTSA. The law in every state requires drivers to stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. Paid for by NHTSA. Barnett, again, all kinds of time, rolls out, doesn't like to throw it much, and just slings that one to the back of the end zone as he was trying to hang it up there and looking for Ladd Powers, and just kind of one of those throws that, hey, either my guy's going to be able to come down with it or no one else.
Yeah, I like the throw. I like the vision, too, for him to find Powers in the back of the end zone.
Oh boy, his O-line doing a great job, and then his elusiveness and kind of a little Patrick Mahomes style delivery on that one.
Almost got it there.
Be 2nd and 10. Kane checks back in for the Admirals. He's got 2 touchdowns here tonight.
Hand it to Kane right here. What do you think?
Offensive coordinator extraordinaire Dan Brennan going out on a limb with Kane here in the short red zone situation.
I
Right?
like Kane a lot.
They fake it to him, and now throwing incomplete. They were trying to go back and get that one off to Ward Hicks. Hicks has got that big body and frame at 6'2". That'll bring up 3rd and 10. But Barnett, for a sophomore, has got some moxie back there, doesn't he?
He does. I mean, this team's got moxie. They put the work in the weight room too. You can tell that.
Right, 3rd and 10. For the Admirals here. Hard count. Twice they've scored in the last 2 possessions, and now Barrett Trotter going to take a timeout. Talk this one over with 4.5 to go, and we'll take a timeout with them here. 4:37 to go. Bayside driving again, already up by 3 scores here on Friday Night Rivals.
Welcome back to Bayside Academy and closed captioning for tonight's game. Exclusively sponsored by SA Recycling. Cleaner communities, stronger future.
3rd and 10 from the Admirals. For the Admirals, from the Knights 13, get a first down to the 3. Here, they got Kane in the backfield. Collins wide to the bottom of your screen. Barnett, play fake again, has lots of time, waits for it, looking for the back of the end zone, and Cochran almost has the interception. He was trying to go back to Powers.
Good awareness by Cochran.
Yeah, Bo Cochran. Good job to drop back in coverage on that one. And now Wilkinson on to attempt the 29-yard field goal attempt. Missed his last extra point. A lot of leg, but not online, so big stop there by Tuscaloosa Academy to at 1st and 10 from the 13. And
yeah, you know, they fell in love with trying to throw it to the end zone, which is fine, but they've run it so well tonight. One of those plays, you hand it off, you might be surprised what you get. You might get 13 and a touch.
So now if you're Tuscaloosa Academy, you got to try to get something going here, get on the board late here in the 2nd quarter.
Tell you what Norris needs more than anything, he needs help.
Inside.
Be the running game, right? Johnson
able to get about maybe 5 on first down.
He needs receivers to get separation, and he definitely needs an offensive line to give him a little time or a running game.
We saw it on their first drive. They like to go up tempo, but they just have not been able to do that because they've been so far behind the sticks, and now they're going to fall back there again.
Yeah, Jim, and you know, the design of that play, it's not expected to go for a loss. That's just Bayside.
Yeah, that was freshman Jack Kemp. They lose 4 on that one.
They missed a block and blows up the play.
Norris pressure again. Allen's got him, and he's going to bring him down. Another sack for Will Allen.
Of course he does.
Third one tonight.
He's got a guy he can beat nearly every play, and that's not going to go away anytime soon.
That's a house of horrors back there.
It really is.
And we were watching Norris before the game, and just the specimen that he is, 6'3", 195-pound junior, the way he was throwing the ball around the field. As Bayside will take a timeout to stop it here with 3:12, and we were really looking forward to really seeing him, what he can do. And
we're not seeing it.
He just hasn't had a chance.
No.
His offensive line has just not been able to do anything to slow up this Bayside defense.
I was noticing something before the game, just looking over the stats. Bayside just had a lot of people with tackles for loss.
Yep.
It just shows that I thought, wow, they're really aggressive. And now I'm watching them tonight. It's like, well, they're really good is what they are.
And now the punting team come back out here for Tuscaloosa Academy. They host Susan Moore next week in the first round of the playoffs.
We appreciate all of our Bayside Athletic corporate sponsors.
And Owen Price to punt from just outside his end zone. Better snap this time. Bayside sets up their turn, but this is a high, short kick. And Admiral's going to get this one at about the 37-yard line, so just a 20-yard punt. And Bayside, they've had short fields. Almost each. They had the 76-yard touchdown drive, but other than that, it's been short fields. So, Dan Brennan, as you know, going on right now in Fort Lauderdale, it's the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, one of the biggest boat shows that take place.
Right.
Chris Haley, whose kids all come to Bayside, including his daughter Ramey, who's here. He is down in Fort Lauderdale at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show watching the Admirals take on Tuscaloosa tonight on his iPad.
Love it.
Inside give.
Noah Kane carries it down to the 30.
And Kane down to about the 30.
Maybe he could have tipped us off that this Bayside team was this good. We thought we were walking into an even fight because last year was a 14-13 win by Tuscaloosa Academy, but these teams are obviously not stocked with the same players. Maybe Bayside's have just grown up a little bit.
Fake to Kane. Barnett directs traffic, has all kinds of time back there. Now rolls out to the right, looks to the corner of the end zone, puts it up, and he's got it for the touchdown to Land Powers.
Contrast that with the lack of time that Norris has.
Second touchdown reception for Lad Powers, and it's another ArcelorMittal Calvert touchdown. Apply now at ArcelorMittalCalvertJobs.com. So he had time, and he did some traffic cop directing duties and just waited for Powers to get behind the corner on that side, and then it was a mismatch.
Yeah, so he escapes to the right, and then he points, and Powers says, I think I know what you want me to do. And he does it, and he runs into the end zone, and
Powers with this two-point attempt, no good there, but Powers has the touchdown, and it's 28-0. Bayside on top here, and it has been all Bayside, and they just, we said after even the second drive.
With the Coca-Cola Red Zone, the Mobile County Sheriff's Department. Join Team Sheriff today. And Greer's Markets. Greer's got it. We guarantee it.
Attention. If you are interested in participating,
So we were saying early on, it just looked like Tuscaloosa Academy just looked out of sorts offensively, and then it's again, as you said, probably almost all of that not on them, it's on what Bayside's doing.
It's what Bayside's doing. Yes, they've come a long way down here. I get it, and that can take something out of you. You can take away some of your concentration, maybe take away a little bit of that pep, but this is just not being able to handle the physical fronts of Bayside, both sides of the ball.
you must be in a costume.
So Bayside will kick off again with a big lead. And the kick will come to the 20 as Cochran across the 30, and a flag comes in at the end of that one.
To the 37-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
Jim, they're not. Our stats are down right now, but I can just tell you they're not possessing the ball long enough to give their defense any break.
Yep, 2 plays, 38 yards on the scoring summary. 48 seconds off the clock. The Mobile County Sheriff's Office is just bringing our scoring summary each week, and Tuscaloosa just trying to get anything going here against this stingy Bayside defense. Norris with the inside give, and Johnson able to get about 5 on first down. And a few times they've got something going on first down, and the second down's been a disaster. They've gone back with it. It's been a sack or missed block up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, look, to try something quick and short and maybe a little flare out, and Bayside will blow it up.
Give it right back to Johnson. No, Norris going to keep it on this one, and then we pushed out of bounds, and going to be a little short of the first down. Sam Cunningham, and this Bayside defense playing without Monroe Parton tonight, who's the Wake Forest commit.
Yeah, one of the top linebackers.
Yeah, he was second-team All-State last year. You might have noticed Will Allen is playing tonight. The wrecking ball he has been up front.
I know Tuscaloosa Academy has noticed.
3rd and short. Norris able to pull it down and makes a little move, spins, and he's going to pick up the first down and get knocked out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. As chasing him down there was the other All-State linebacker for this Bayside team, Billy Neal. You see the awareness that Norris has, and could have just stepped out of bounds there, but instead fights on for a few more.
Yeah, gets out of bounds to stop the clock. See if they can get anything going before the half.
Yeah, Norris just not much there. 5 completions, 21 yards on the night. Able to add to that as he gets it to Graham Sims.
It's sticky defense too. Again, but, you know, every level Bayside is right there defensively.
Yeah, they just get a yard on there, so bring up 3rd down. You would think Tuscaloosa. See, maybe Bayside going to take their.
Timeout is called by the Admirals.
Yeah, Bayside takes the timeout on 3rd down here. Think they can get a stop. That's their last timeout.
3rd and 2 coming out of the timeout. We'd like to once again recognize our game day sponsor.
Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by Andrews Diesel and Automotive, proud sponsor of tonight's Scholar Athlete of the Week. McMurphy Orthodontics will make you want to smile. And Roof Doctors. Got a sick roof? Call the doctor. Roof Doctors.
Continued support of Bayside Academy. For 85 years, Gulf City's body
Timeout.
works.
Bayside is. Tuscaloosa will get it to start the second half. And you know, Coach right over there is just thinking, boy,
And go Admirals.
3rd and 2. We desperately to convert here and maybe even take a shot play on 3rd and 2. You know, you're probably going to go for it here from, you know, just you got to get points here.
Yeah, I mean, they have not. They've had trouble getting over midfield. They've had trouble gaining yards.
Johnson on the right side plugs ahead, and he's going to get the first down to the 45, and then he'll stop the clock while they
remnant of a running game, Jim, but way too late in the half to lean on that. You got to throw it downfield, or call a play where you're throwing it downfield.
Norris Admirals rushed just 3, and now Norris wants to go up to the far side, and he's able to get that one up in the air, but it's going to be intercepted. Is battling for it on the far side, and able to come up with a pick for the Admirals is Bo Miller. 17th takeaway on the season for this Admiral defense. And Miller, he outfought him for that one.
I thought Cochran was going to have it.
Cochran had it, and Miller just took it away from him.
Yeah, he did. See how frustrated Cochran is after that play. Like, give me a break.
Miller did a good job to roll off there and stay in bounds as well. And now Bayside out of timeouts, up 28-0 with the ball back at their own 20. Let's see if we go.
After the interception,
Hurry up here. Or they might just hand it off and maybe just be happy to go in up 28-0. Maybe might hand it off and see what happens on first down. But again, no timeouts. Barnett fakes the handoff. Now steps up in the pocket, hit as he goes to deliver that one. It's incomplete. First time they've in a while they've got a hand on Barnett there in the pocket. Stop the clock. 20 seconds left.
No one open. Barnett uses his feet to kind of rush out of the pocket a little bit, and good rush by Tuscaloosa Academy, but we haven't seen a lot of that.
2nd and 10. Barnett again has time, middle of the field, just trying to come to Bo Anderson.
Barnett's pass
incomplete.
Bo Anderson is incomplete. 3rd and 10 for the Admirals.
Now you would think you just hand the ball off here, right, and try to see if you can get out of here.
Yeah, you don't want to turn over anything too costly, be my thought, but
Wells Smith will say.
They just pay me to show up in the press spots.
Barnett rolls out, flings it to the near side, and incomplete over the head.
Barnett's pass intended
Bo
for
Anderson. Now you're going to have to punt.
Yeah, don't
bring up 4th down and 10 from the
It's been
21.
a lot of good play calling here in the first half. Not sure where all that was going, especially on that 3rd
Jack Wilkinson
and 10.
on the punt for the Admirals.
3 and out, and so
Bo Cochran back to receive.
Wilkinson.
You're giving Tuscaloosa Academy the only chance they have of doing anything, and that'd be a punt return.
Yep. And we've seen some challenges on special teams punting here tonight. Wilkinson got it off. Good high punt. And we'll bound, and Bayside, if they can let it go, they'll let the clock run out here, and Bayside will have the 28-0 lead here at the half. And as we wait for Coach Trotter to make his way down to our crew on the sideline, an impressive first half for the Admirals, as Coach Trotter going to make his way down to talk with our crews. Dan Brennan gets ready to head down there for his educator spotlights at the half. But an impressive first half for the Admirals, looking to make it 9 straight wins here. An impressive way to get things going. Coach Trotter, can you hear me down there? Boy, what a I know we can talk about the offense and impressive there, but so much made of this Tuscaloosa Academy offense, and your defense has just been spectacular here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we've got great coaches and great players, and we put a plan together each week that doesn't necessarily look the same. I mean, we haven't seen a team that throws the ball like they do, so we're going to adjust accordingly, and our coaches and players do a great job each week. putting in, installing things, and finding ways to compete at a high level. And anytime you got a defense like ours that plays physical, we can control the line of scrimmage and put pressure on that quarterback. We're going to have a fun night.
And you got to be happy with the way your offense has performed.
Absolutely. I mean, we've had great explosive plays. We've left a lot on the table. But at the end of the day, we got 28 points on the board and doing good.
All right, Coach, one more half, and you'll make it 9 in a row to close out the regular season. Thanks for the time.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right, halftime here at Freedom Field. 28-0. It's the Admirals on top. Impressive early on and often against Tuscaloosa Academy. We'll come back here and send it down to Dan Brennan on the field for our Educator Spotlight coming up after this.
Friday Night Rivals Educator Spotlight is sponsored by UJ Chevrolet, serving Mobile since 1939.
Back at Bayside Academy, and it is all Bayside Academy to this point over Tuscaloosa Academy. Dan Brennan on the field. We're going to bring in our halftime guests, including Becky Scher, who is with Tuscaloosa Academy. Feel free to come this way. How are you? I know it's been kind of a rude first half, but welcome to the Eastern Shore.
Thank you. It's beautiful here.
Talk about the beauty and what is at Tuscaloosa Academy and some of the things that you're most excited about.
Our school, this is our 4th year in the AHSA, and despite what the score is right now, we've really outdone ourselves and surprised ourselves in our performance over the last few years. Last year we sent 5 teams to state championship performances, and so we're just really proud of our student athletes and how hard they're working, and our coaches for making such a smooth transition.
In fact, you beat this team last year, I think up in Tuscaloosa. You were a 14-13 winner.
We did. So now we're giving them a shot at their home tonight.
Let's talk about the academics and maybe even some of the extracurricular that you're most proud about at Tuscaloosa Academy. I looked at the school online and looked at some of the things about it in a very impressive place, and I'm sure you send a lot of kids to good schools.
We do. We're a college preparatory school. You know, one of the things that I kind of find similar to Bayside is that our job is to prepare kids for the next part of life. And we take that mission very, very seriously, as does Bayside. And we're similar schools in that nature. And I think one of the things that makes us so special is, talk about extracurriculars. Our drama department works with our football coach to make sure that our kids can kind of do it all. They can be in the school fall play and they can be the star on the football team. And that's really important for us, that our children have the opportunity to have any opportunity that they want, be able to kind of seize their dreams.
Yeah, it's something to be able to not be pigeonholed and realize that as life goes on, you can take chances. You can try things that you didn't think was necessarily your niche, but at your school, you teach them that they're more than that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, we really pride ourselves on our students being able to do everything. You know, we're a small school, so we don't have just kids who play just football or just basketball. We share athletes, we share in the theater, in the arts program, in the scholastic academic competitions, and so we really pride ourselves that our kids can kind of do it all.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you for being here, and good luck in the second half, okay?
Thank you for having us.
We're going to get our second guest on right now, and that's Dr. Scott Phillips. He is the head of school here at Bayside Academy. How are you?
I'm great.
I'm sure you're in a good mood right now.
Yeah, it helps.
Let's talk about, and this is the team that beat Bayside a year ago, so nice turnaround.
Yeah, they had a heck of a team last year. I think they still have a good team. I think they had some bad breaks there early in the first half, but Tuscaloosa Academy always, they're good in everything. They have a great athletic program.
The last time we were here was 3 years ago, and I got to tell you, it was maybe my first time here, maybe second, but it was eye-opening. The campus is beautiful. The stadium is really cool right here in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And not just any neighborhood, a very nice, stately neighborhood. So that's the outside of Bayside Academy. I can't imagine all that's going on the inside.
Yeah, no, it is I'll tell you, it's a beautiful school, and I don't mean that, just in terms of the surroundings, which are obviously beautiful, but, the relationships are really the core of who we are, and our kids are very happy. They work hard, but they have so much support. I was lucky enough to bring my youngest son here, who got to graduate from the school, and it was a real life changer for him.
That's great. Talk about some of the successes you have at Bayside and how you're able to, I'm sure, send kids to schools all across the country.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we've in any given class, we're going to have, a class of 70, 72 students, and our kids will end up earning, we've had anywhere from $7 to $13 million worth of college scholarships. And, our kids really, I feel like, go out into the world prepared for college, prepared for life, and really, I think morally and ethically prepared. I think they get a really good foundation in being successful at life here.
Thanks for welcoming us. The facilities upstairs are fantastic, so we appreciate being here.
Well, good. We are so happy you guys came, and you're welcome to broadcast all our games if you want to.
I don't know if we'll do them all, but we're doing this one, 28-0 Bayside at the half.
Players to be right back here
All right.
at Freedom Field next Friday night to support the Admirals in round 1.
The following segment is sponsored by Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola Bottling Company United and Dr. Pepper, again, it is really in our DNA of what we do in the community, is being involved and giving back. We are a part of a lot of things that happen in Mobile and extremely proud of that. You take the Senior Bowl. We're a major sponsor of the Senior Bowl from day one. Minute One's a big part of the community here. You look at the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo that's here, just had their 90th year. Well, we were the original sponsor 90 years ago and still there today, along with many other things, from the Shrimp Festival that happens down in Gulf Shores. Actually, it was one of our Coke employees that helped partner to bring the Shrimp Festival to Gulf Shores, and to see that grow time and time and year after year after year to what it's become today is just really what we do. And being a part of the community is something that, to be honest with you, I really get excited about.
Halftime score here at Bayside, 28-0. The Admirals on top of Tuscaloosa Academy. Look at the Knights. We said they won their region as this team plays in 2A, Region 5, and they are ranked number 7 in 2A, and started off the year with 3 straight wins there, and then lost to Isabella, who's in the region, and then they got the win against Greene County, beat Vincent, Lamar County, and then Sullivan. That was the big win. That's who finished up. They each finished up 5-1 in the region and got the victory there. So that's what gave them the region championship. Lost to Coosa Christian, non-region game last week, 56-21. Rush Probst, may have heard of him, the head coach there. As they get ready for their playoff matchup, as they will take on Susan Moore. Bayside, again, the only loss here to open things up against St. Michael. St. Michael 4A. Unbeaten on the year, ranked number 1 on the season. Yep. Beat UMS to close out their perfect season. And then you can kind of see, just what this defense has done since then. They gave up 19 in week 2, and then since then, they've just been so stingy. Got the shutout against Monroe County, and then really that big victory, region victory, championship ceiling, as some people would describe it. I don't know why you would try to say it the way I just did, because that makes no sense. But their region championship victory last week, 23-14 over T.R. Miller. And it's a big win for the program, big win for the kids, and a big bump to get them ready to go into the playoffs. Yeah,
one of the most successful programs in the state of Alabama.
Yep.
And the other thing that's interesting, you look at the scores there and you start to realize this defense probably has played a big role in the number of points they got offensively as well, because they turn it over short fields.
For sure. All right, halftime, as we always do, we take a look at our Scholastic Athletes of the Week, brought to you by Andrews Diesel and Automotive, and let's find out who they are here in our final week of the season on Friday Night Rivals.
Hi, I'm Andrew Zimmerman from Andrews Diesel and Automotive Repair. We're proud to be the sponsor of the Friday Night Rivals Scholar Athlete of the Week.
This week's Scholar Athletes are John Stowers and Abigail Pendergrass. John is the captain of St. Paul's High School's baseball team. He's the recipient of several athletic recognitions, including the High School American recognition, Team USA recognition, and the 2024 Prep Baseball All-American recognition. On top of that, he's a 2-time Select Festival catcher and was named the Yellowhammer State's #1 player for 2026. Back in the classroom, John has an ACT score of 30, a GPA of 4.1, and is ranked in the top 10% of his class. Additionally, he's been recognized on the headmaster's list for his good grades. John plans to attend Auburn University and study agricultural business and economics. Abigail Pendergrass is a member of Spanish Fort High School's wrestling team. She was one of the first women to join the new girls wrestling team and is the first woman to wrestle all 4 of her high school years. She's served as team captain during her senior year and is a 3-time Baldwin County champion and state qualifier. Abigail is also a member of the Spanish Fort High School marching band, where she has served as section leader in 2024 and 2025, as well as first chair in 2024. Back in the classroom, Abigail has a 4.58 GPA, is ranked 3rd out of 252 in her class, and has an ACT score of 29. She's taken many AP courses, and in 2025, she's receiving an AP Capstone Diploma and is also being recognized as an AP Scholar with distinction. She's a member of the National Honor Society, SGA, Engineering Club, and has participated in the school's theater department. Abigail wants to attend Auburn University and study mechanical engineering. Congratulations, John Stowers and Abigail Pendergrass. The Friday Night Rivals Scholar Athlete is sponsored by Andrews Diesel and Automotive Repair.
The best Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals highlights from across the country.
He's going to heave it deep right down the middle of the field and going up to get the football. Did he come down with the football?
Yes,
he did.
Sir.
What a catch right there from Kaleem Taylor.
Alan Moore with pressure on the backside and swoop. That ball's on the ground and picked up. This is going to be a scoop and score. Jaden Millhouse to the house. Outlaw Casa.
Downfield, intercepted. It's going to be picked off by Holmes. Here he comes to the near side, and Holmes trying to pick up blocks. Cuts it back the other way. Holmes still on his feet. Holmes, will it be a pick six? Yes, it will.
Fade to the end zone, trying to make the one-handed catch. Tremendous effort over there by Isaiah Ivey. Call it a touchdown.
That was 4th and 10. Chased out of the pocket. Launches it down the field. And it is caught. It's a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness.
What in the world?
Playmaking ability from Court.
Vici to the end zone. Touchdown.
Oh, my goodness.
The final play of the game. What a moment.
Got your way. QB sneak wins the game. That's a fitting end of the season, don't you think?
All of the emotions. Yeah.
28-0 here at the half. It's been all Bayside early on, Dan Brennan. They came out here, really established things. Defense got after it, and they really throttled this big offensive team from Tuscaloosa Academy.
Yeah, they've done it on the lines of scrimmage. We've talked about that from maybe the second series on. You could just see them becoming more and more dominant. In the first half, Tuscaloosa Academy with 35 total yards.
Yep.
That tells you a lot.
Yep, take a look at some of the highlights here in the first half, and most of them coming from this Bayside team as Will Allen just gets with the pressure there and then continues on and able to get the first sack there against Norris and gets another one. And really, here was a big play to start the game. Is when Owen Price, the punter, put his knee down, and then that results in the quick touchdown toss from Barnett to Collins. And then Wells Smith able to convert here to keep a drive going. The quick pitch off to Noah Kane, his first of 2 touchdowns in the first half. That was his first rushing touchdown of the year. And here comes Allen again, another sack in the first half. And Barnett, all kinds of time over the middle, able to get that one off and complete to keep a drive going. And then Kane, another handoff, and second touchdown of the night, put Bayside on top by 3 scores. And tell me if you've heard this before. Again, it's Allen, and then buying time on the pitch and catch, able to get it to the tight end Ladd Powers, and it's 28-0 Bayside. Coach Barrett Trotter was saying, thought they left some points out there in the first half. They had that drive that stalled out down at the 13, but defensively, just so dominant in that first half. You said 35 yards, Dan, and it just, this is a team coming in averaging 30 points a game. They got a quarterback who can sling it all over the place and run it, and Bayside's just shut them down.
Well, you can't sling it when you can't find a receiver because you don't have the time to sneeze back there, and that's what the Admirals have done, Jim. They've just crippled this entire offense, shaved down their playbook to just about nothing because there's no room to run. There's no time to throw.
Yeah. So you see 224 total yards in the offensive first half for Bayside Academy, 12 first downs, just 4 for Tuscaloosa Academy. Tuscaloosa will get it to open things up here in the second half. And it's just been the line of scrimmage, like you said, and just such a wrecking force up in the middle as he's been all year, Will Allen. And Barrett Trotter said, when we were talking to him at halftime, he said, our defense, they give us a chance to do a lot of things like this when they play like they've played almost all season long. And they certainly have been after it from the get-go here tonight. And now they are just 2 quarters away from extending their winning streak to 9, finishing up at 9-1 on the year. Bayside did some video while you were down there talking to the headmaster about the new middle school they just opened up this week. And,
okay.
Exciting times here. It's such a just beautiful campus. I mean, just right on the bay, obviously, but beautiful campus tucked right here in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's really remarkable, and a heck of a school too. It's been around for many decades. It's not like it's the brand new kid on the block over here. And closed captioning for tonight's game is exclusively sponsored by SA Recycling. Cleaner communities, stronger future.
So 6A football. How about 6A Region 1? You got Saraland, the region champions, Theodore in second. Then you got Gulf Shores and McGill rounding it out. No Spanish Fort, no St. Paul's in the playoffs. And I think since 2007, first time Spanish Fort hasn't been to the playoffs. And
it's been a while.
I think a 15-year run for St. Paul's. See that coming at the beginning of the season as the kick stays in bounds and picked up there by Cochran, and he'll get out to about the 25-yard line. If you're Tuscaloosa Academy, you just get something, get a little juice, get a little momentum. They just hadn't had any all night here tonight.
Well, when there's so much penetration, when you've got these TFLs, tackle for losses, nearly any time, that just points to the line of scrimmage, and they don't have what Bayside has offensively and defensively, and it's showing.
Mark Norris, junior quarterback, gives it right off to Johnson, and Johnson just slung down and nowhere to Nowhere to go on the play.
Jay
Wilkinson, bring him down.
Sorry, Jim Wilkinson coming up, and even a play that looks like it's got a chance. In the end, Bayside too quick, and they cover up real quick.
Tuscaloosa going a little more hurry up here. Again, this team went to the state championship last year, went 12-3, lost to Reeltown in the finals. Right back to Johnson, and not much there as Allen is there to finish him off. He was grabbed down low as he got in the hole as well.
They're hurrying up to run into a brick wall because you can run the next play quickly, but is it going to be effective? We haven't seen many effective plays, period, from Tuscaloosa Academy. But a tough night.
Yep, 3rd and 4. Be a long 4 at that. Norris drops the football, goes back, and he's going to fall all the way back at the 17. And it's just been that type of night.
It has, and again, he looks up, and when he does look up, they're obviously trying to get something quick out to the flat, and he's like, see, he was ready to go with it, but the penetration, he's got no chance, and he panics and drops the ball.
And a 3 and out. And Owen Price on to punt. Kane will stand at about midfield where he's been standing to receive punts, feels like most of the evening.
Yeah, that's another thing. The field position's been great for Bayside Academy, like they've needed it.
Price, much better punt this time, and Kane will take it at his own 46. Lost his footing right at midfield as he was trying to make a cut. Surprised me with the grass getting a little slippery here on the cold night, a little damp.
I think you're right.
And we'll take a timeout early on in the 3rd. Bayside on top big, and they just got the ball back to open things up here in the 2nd half on Friday Night Rivals. Just underway here in the 3rd. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan back at Freedom Field in the heart of Daphne. And the Bayside Admirals on top 28-0 over Tuscaloosa Academy. And they'll have this drive starting just inside the midfield stripe. Bayside will be home next Friday night to take on Susan Moore.
First and 10 for the Admirals.
In the opening round of the playoffs. Barnett gives it off to Kane, and Kane makes a nice move at the 40, and he's all the way down to the 32-yard line, gain of 17. 5'9", about $165. Doesn't shy away from the contact.
No. Got good feet. Has good vision. Not afraid to take a hit or give a hit. Good football player.
Dan did try to go find Mr. Kane to apologize at the booth here at halftime, and he was elusive like his son. Give this one off to Collins.
Collins over the right side for the Admirals.
Collins going to get pushed out of bounds.
Takes it down to the 25-yard line.
About the 25.
5 on the play. Forced out by Stanton. Turn speed for the Knights.
Bayside watches as Powers comes in motion and back to Kane. This time Kane on the left side with a convoy in front of him, and boy, he just had blockers 8 yards out in front of him. Just had to follow behind him to get down inside the 15. He's in the Coca-Cola red zone. Another Roof Doctors first down.
Watch the line. They've got a good size offensive line. They're searching for people to hit.
Yeah, Owen Filippi pulling from the right side there and leading the way for Kane. And hard count looked like they may have drawn the Knights off, but they didn't. And now Barnett looking to throw, looking to his right. Now he's going to scramble up, flips it out of the backfield to Kane, and Kane up the sideline. He's in for his third score of the night. Nice little safety valve out of the backfield there for Barnett, able to get it to Kane, and another ArcelorMittal-Calvert touchdown apply now at ArcelorMittal-CalvertJobs.com. 3 touchdowns tonight for Noah Kane.
Safety valve, it sounds like you're conceding something, but when you throw it to Kane, that's not necessarily the truth.
And they go for the 2-point conversion again, and this time it's easily completed as they're able to get it back off to Neal. And 36-0. Bayside dominating this game here tonight. You know, the Coosa Christian team that Tuscaloosa County lost to last week, they're ranked number 2.
Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by UJ Chevrolet, serving Mobile since 1939. ArcelorMittal-Calvert. Apply now at ArcelorMittal-CalvertJobs.com. And the United States Coast Guard. Protect, defend, save. Online at GoCoastGuard.com.
Bayside continues to roll here as Carson Cohn will kick off, and cold night, down big on the road, nothing going right for Tuscaloosa Academy here in Daphne.
Well, I was looking for some sort of a spark from this team here in the second half, maybe a good talking to at halftime, and so far it has not presented itself.
Cochran will take this one at the 11, and he'll get tripped up after a gain of 10 down to the 21, maybe the 22.
We had every
4 plays, 48 yards. Just under 2 minutes gone by on that drive for the Mobile County Sheriff's Department.
Every idea to think this was going to be a very competitive game. This is a program that's come a long way in a very short time.
Yep.
And kudos to them. Got to the state championship game last year. Proud program.
5th year for Josh Wright, 46-16.
They've been great.
Now taking off and sliding down
Norris keeps it.
is Norris. Josh Wright had such great run. He followed Mark Freeman up at Bessemer Academy. And he went a sporty 131-37 there, won 4 state championships, played in 5 other state championship games. Of course, his dad is Lynn Wright, who's just a legend in AISA history here in the state of Alabama, won 209 games. And this is their 3rd straight region championship, and you don't want to have that clouded with what's happening here tonight, but you're going to have to regroup and get a home game to open things up in the playoffs next week against, as I said, Susan Moore, and Bayside will take on Houston Academy.
Yeah, you've got a great coach. His dad was a great coach. You've got a program that's really, again, remarkable for how short a time it's been playing the big boys.
Yep, moving from AISA into the AHSAA and rolling out Norris. Now tries to dump that one off, and it's going to be incomplete. Looks like we've moved to the continuous clock option here in this one.
Intended for Hinton Howell is incomplete, broken up by Bo
So the
Miller.
punt team will come
For the Admirals, and that'll bring up 4th and 6.
back out here for Owen Price. And
Owen Price on the punt. Back to receive for the Admirals, Noah Kane.
Kane will get ready to field another punt here tonight. And just watches that one bounce and takes a good Tuscaloosa Academy bounce to the 33-yard line.
Where the Admirals will take over. 1st and 10.
Bayside get this one back. This team's thinking about what we'd like to get out of here unscathed without any injuries here in the last quarter and a half of the regular season. Well, we got lucky with a great schedule. We'll talk more about that. We'll take a timeout here on Friday Night Rivals. 5 minutes to go in the third. It's all Bayside here tonight in Daphne.
Well, maybe more grins and yawns and smiles, but that's okay. They're showing those lovely choppers and closed captioning for tonight's game. I'm sorry, the smile cam is this. That's what we're talking about right now. The smile cam. It's sponsored by McMurphy Orthodontics. Will make you want to smile.
Like you're not yawning at 8:52 on a regular evening, right, Dan Brennan?
My 3:30 wake up for FM Talk 106.5 the next morning has me tucked away. I'm not bothering anybody.
So 5:11 ago, I was saying before we went to break there, we had a great schedule this year on Friday Night Rivals. I mean, we really had some great games, spectacular games, and
1st and 10 for the Admirals from the 32-yard
really
line.
lucky with the way things broke out for us.
Yeah, we've had a great season. Really have great crew we've got with UTV 44, and appreciate every one of them.
Barnett with the give, and here comes Kane. He's got 3 touchdowns tonight. Could it be 4? Kane up the near side, not a flag. 67 yards to the 1. Oh, I think if Barrett Trotter had a challenge flag, he might throw it. Kane, let's take a look here. Bounces it out to the right, and then at least close it in. Cochran, Kane trying to.
This is close. Cochran, all effort here. Comes from his free safety position. Pretty close.
And now this time it'll be Wells Smith able to punch it in for the 1-yard touchdown. And it'll make it 42-0 Bayside with the PAT pending, and just much to do there on the right side to walk into the big hole. And now Bayside going to go for the PAT, going to kick this one. Carson Cone. Line drives that one through, and it's 43-0 Bayside with 4:20 left here in the third.
We saw the running room for Kane blocking, and you saw the easy walk-in basically for the extra point, 2-point conversion. Just more evidence of this team dominating the lines of scrimmage, and no answers on the Tuscaloosa Academy side at this point. I don't see him coming.
2 plays, 79 yards, 42 seconds. Our Mobile County scoring summary is David Kane took that one, Noah Kane took that one down to the 1-yard line, 67 yards. And
we've had a few of these, Jim. These 2 plays, 60 or plus yard drives, and that just is displaying the dominance of Bayside Academy here tonight.
You know, you look over on the Tuscaloosa sideline too. You know, they don't have a real deep roster like to be able to. That ball is still loose as they let this one bounce all the way back inside the 5. They're going to be dropped all the way back there. Ty Johnson let that one bounce, and so as you start substituting in, but
who comes in?
Tuscaloosa just doesn't have a real deep roster in 2A football. And Bayside has a bigger roster, and I'm sure they'll want to get as many kids in playing here in the fourth quarter as they can, as they have the clock already started here from the 5.
Bayside goes a little over 50 on the roster. Some of those 9th and 8th graders as well.
Sure. And Norris back out there with Johnson.
Now you got to prevent the safety.
Johnson able to get it back to the 5, but not much more as River Hanneman in there now. Starting to see some new faces on defense. Bo Hammock in there now as well. Will Allen's still in there.
Yes, and his name just got called.
So no gain on first down there for Tuscaloosa.
They're taking their time now.
Norris gets out of the end zone, but just back to the 5-yard line, and that is it, as Billy Neal able to make the stop, and it'll bring up 3rd and 10.
They're getting off blocks real quick. The linebackers, certainly the line of scrimmage, making life absolutely miserable for a very good quarterback in Norris, but we were not able to enjoy his skills tonight because he's just not getting any time. It's got to be demoralizing too.
Yeah, and they bring Cochran in to, as you say, is that blocking fullback there on the passing down as Norris now decides to give it off, and Johnson trying to get out of the end zone, and he's not going to do it. He's not going to get out of the end zone. Are they going to mark him? Are they going to mark the? Oh boy, they're going to mark the forward progress out just outside the end zone.
I believe so.
Oh,
boy, this was a closer game. That'd be worth a look at, but.
He turned the corner and was trying to get it out to the edge, and I'm not sure he got out, but just bring on a punting situation for Price, standing right back at the very back of his end zone. Noah Kane stands at the 30. Price has that one, took a really good bounce for him all the way out to the 45-yard line. So he gets a 31-yard, 44-yard punt. And clock continues to run inside a minute here in the third.
You know, when your basic plays are going for 25, 30, 50 yards, I don't know what you can do as an offense to really slow down the tide of offense.
I can't remember the last time Tuscaloosa passed midfield in this game. It's not been often. And Barnett will come back out here at quarterback as we're inside half a minute to go, and he's looking to throw. Barnett has all kinds of time, wants to air it out, hangs it up, looking for Powers, and he dropped it. Lad Powers bring the quarter to a close, and Powers will be thinking about that one as they let the clock continue to run here, and that'll bring us into the fourth. Bayside on top 43
and that's going to do it for the third quarter.
to nothing here, and we'll come back for the fourth. All Bayside here tonight. They're going to make it 9 in a row to close out the season here on Friday Night Rivals. Couple of region champions battling here tonight, and boy, it's just been a big, stark difference between these two teams. Bayside Academy has come out and just dominated Tuscaloosa Academy. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan at Bayside. Our first chance to see the Admirals this year, and boy, as promised, how good they are defensively.
Yeah, we thought that Tuscaloosa was going to bring a little something to compete against them. They won this game by 1 last year. Not the case. Line of scrimmage, all Bayside Academy, and the stats and just the game itself bared that out.
Yep. So ready to start the fourth. Barnett avoids the pressure, and now he's finally going to be wrapped up and brought down by Stell. That'll bring up third down. Sack loss almost 10 on the play, and So one of the few times they've been able to get to Barnett tonight. Really hope this Tuscaloosa team bounces back and has a big win next week against, nothing against Susan Moore, but just Tuscaloosa team was great to work with all week, and hope they have success coming out of this one here.
They've had 2 weeks in a row where they've been challenged by a team that I think has beat them on the line of scrimmage. It's probably really shaking them up.
3rd and 20. Barnett, little shoulder fake, now wants to hang it up down the far sideline. He cannot connect. See the arm of the sophomore. Just trying to get it to Bo Anderson. And now they stop the clock.
Brings up 4th down and 20 for the Apples.
They haven't been stopping the clock on incompletions. And now they do on this one. Okay, so we were going by letting the clock run, and now we're not. Low snap bouncing around. Wilkinson gonna get hit. He got the kick off, and now they'll lose a yard on that. As
come to a stop at the 44-yard line.
Tuscaloosa Academy will have it across the 50 on this one now, Dan Brennan.
They will. So yeah, by default they're going to end up across midfield.
Yeah, bad snap. So we talked about Monroe Parton out of the game, and he's usually a long snapper, so that might have been part of that. So stay tuned. Later in the game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game presented by NHTSA. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. Paid for by NHTSA. And the stop of the game might be the first on that first drive for Tuscaloosa when they put their knee down on 4th down to punt and gave Bayside the ball at the Tuscaloosa 7 to open things up, and they've never looked back.
Kicked open the door, right? And little did we know what the rest of the game was going to look like.
Right. Or you could just cue up one of the 47 Will Allen highlights from tonight.
Allen out of the game now.
For his stops as they go ahead to Johnson. We'll try to highlight some of the younger players. Kellen Yamani now in there for the Admirals. Brennan Yamani out of the game tonight. He got hurt last week for Bayside. Everybody a little banged up at this time of year heading into the playoffs. And now we see Henry Smith has come in at no correction. That is Bill David Wagner, the sophomore, in at quarterback. And yeah, you like that. Norris has just not been protected all night. You're going to need him in the playoffs. Get him out of there before risk a chance of injury here at the end of this one, right?
Speaking of injury right there, they're nice, good-looking wide receiver, Sims. He'll be hobbled for next week possibly in that playoff game.
Yes. Tuscaloosa Academy has the first down here up at the 30 with Johnson in with Wagner. Give it off, and Wagner breaks a tackle, spins, and get down to about the 22.
Jay Johnson
more fresh
on the carry for the Knights, brought down by a flotilla.
Well, this long drive that the Tuscaloosa Academy had to make, it reminds us that playoff time is here, and some of these teams are going to have to do just that in 5A, 6A, 7A.
7A down here to Fairhope and Daphne going to Huntsville next week. Second down and 12 here for the Knights. Wagner fakes and now rolls out, still looking downfield, and now he's going to just try to work it ahead before he's wrapped up. Yamani there again, and now it'll bring up third down.
So that's the younger brother of the Yamani that we were hoping to see.
Brennan Yamani, named after, well, I don't want to say they've named him after you, but I can't say that they didn't. I mean,
who knows?
I mean,
it rolls off the tongue.
The young man would be honored, I'm sure. Wagner fires it off and incomplete. The clock will continue to run. They'll bring up fourth down. Bayside has one shutout this year. They shut out Monroe County 60-0 back on September 12th. And now 4th and 8. Wagner brings the Knights back out here on fourth down. Wagner just a sophomore. Dumps it out of the backfield to Johnson, and Ty Johnson is going to stay in bounds across now. They'll knock him out of bounds inside the 20, but he's going to have the first down. Throw there by Wagner to Johnson out of the backfield. And Johnson got the first down, knew where the sticks were.
Yeah, screenplay, good blocking downfield.
Pushed out of bounds there by Warren Johnson. We're now down to 6.5 for the Knights. Incomplete. Wagner misses on that one.
Well, what have we learned about Bayside Academy? I think we learned their line of scrimmage is very good. Their second level is really good defensively.
Nobody looking forward to playing them in the playoffs.
I would think not.
Looking at a bracket.
Yeah, and you know, as far as their deeper secondary, I'm sure they're well coached, but they just haven't been tested at all tonight because their pressure's been so good. And here we go again.
Snap way over Wagner's head. Now he tries to fall on it, can't do it, and Bayside will get the ball back at the 45-yard line. As the snap went out and over his head, Bax Farguson gets the fumble recovery. And we'll take a timeout. 5.5 to go. Bax Farguson with the fumble recovery, and Bayside gets it back, possibly preserving their second shutout of the season here on Friday Night Rivals. Hey, Dan Brennan, where are those Bayside cheerleaders? What are they doing?
They're smiling. They should be. They can read a scoreboard. The Friday Night Rivals Smile Cam is sponsored by McMurphy Orthodontics. We'll make you want to smile. Pretty girls.
Cooper Mason, 8th grader in at quarterback. And Bayside gets it back after the turnover, and Yamani, they fake the handoff to him, and Mason will keep it here with inside 5.5 to go.
Might be the toughest kid in the 8th grade. Calling his own number. I'm sure the coaches did, but 8th grader from 14 years old maybe, and running it full-fledged right up the middle.
Kellen Yamani across midfield. So this Bayside team Been to the state championship game one time in their history, and again, looking for the first 9-win season since they went 10-0 back in 2011.
We don't know much about 3A, but doesn't this feel like this has got a chance to be the second time to get there?
Yeah, really solid Bayside team we've seen here tonight just dismantle a really good Tuscaloosa Academy team.
Down to the 45-yard line. And that will be enough.
45 good for a first down, and they keep the clock. Moving here, Houston Academy will be. We do a Houston Academy playoff game against UMS on TV like 100 years ago. I think we did.
Well, it was 100 years ago, so I don't know.
We haven't been doing it quite that long. Mason going to throw it up to the near side, and that one broken up.
Cooper Mason's pass intended for Ward Hicks.
He's trying to go to
is incomplete.
The sophomore Ward Hicks.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Admirals.
Make a 2nd and 10 from the 45 for Bayside.
A school like this too, you're cycling players in and out. I think that they just got to the point this year with Bayside Academy where they had a lot of really quality seniors who are good athletes and experienced football players. That's why they're putting it together this year.
2nd and 10, going to throw it again, slip it off to the near side and about the 40.
Cooper Mason's pass complete to Beckett Peacock. Gains 5 on the play.
Beckett Peacock.
Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Admirals.
So coming up at the end of tonight's game, it's our Dr. Pepper one-of-a-kind player of the game. Dan Brennan was lobbying early for this one. We think we all kind of knew early who was gonna be.
Yeah.
One of a kind player of the game is what they say. That we'll have that coming up at the end of tonight's game.
Yeah, the son of Daddy Barjan.
First impression was not great for Father Kane on Dan Brennan. Keeping this one Mason, and Mason going to get it up to the 20 and going to get another Bayside first down. Is
gains 25 on the play.
Get down to about the 20-yard line, and Roof Doctors first down.
I'll get down there post-game. We'll have a celebration with our friends from Dr. Pepper. I don't think the Bayside team knows about the belt they're about to receive.
They gave a belt tonight.
They did.
Mason rolls out, fires that one off, and Hayden Kumanis, the freshman with the reception there.
A lot of young pups in the game right now. Barrett Trotter saying, look, you're going to be out there. Let's run the offense. Let's see what you can do.
7 on the play. 2nd and 3.
Look at Cooper Mason there. Imani with him with minute 20 left, and lead the play clock inside 10 this time. Let's throw a little screen to the near side. Kumanis able to get it and breaks it in for the touchdown. Hayden Kumanis, freshman with a touchdown from the 8th grader.
These guys are so young, they don't even know how to celebrate. They're not sure what to do.
They say, act like you've been there before, but I haven't.
I haven't, yeah.
The moment that they'll remember is Bayside now on top 49 to nothing, as Carson Cohn will come out here for the PAT attempt. Noah Kane with the hold, and the kick is good, and it is 50-0, and they let the clock is still running. We may not have to even have another. That's going to be think they'll kick this one off as long as the clock keeps going. It's still running here, which is the right thing to do. Just let this one end, and now they stop it with 21 seconds left. And this one, like, just trying to figure out what. So tonight's closed caption brought to you by SA Recycling. It's exclusively sponsored by SA Recycling. Cleaner communities and stronger future. Bayside celebrating their win here tonight. Going to be 9 straight wins to close out the season. Cone ready to kick off and sends this one back deep, and Ty Johnson across the 30 and a whistle, but they should just let this one run out. 8 plays, 55 yards. Now they stop it. It's just a challenge on their continuous clock rules and no rules here in this fourth quarter. 8 plays, 55 yards, 4 minutes, 38 seconds on the Mobile County Sheriff's Office scoring summary there, with Kumanis' touchdown from Mason. And one more snap for Tuscaloosa Academy, and can get ready to make the long bus ride back to Tuscaloosa and get ready for their first round playoff. And Wagner will just take a knee, and that will close things out. Bayside gets the victory here tonight. Finished by a score of 50-0, and impressive win. We'll come back, and Dan Brennan will be down on the field. We'll have our player of the game and our bus stop of the game as well. Coming up here from Bayside, big winners tonight, 50-0 on Friday Night Rivals. score. Bayside gets the victory here, 50-0 over Tuscaloosa Academy. 9 straight wins as they head into the playoffs next week to take on Houston Academy right here as Bayside continues to roll. And boy, so many options to think about for our bus stop of the game tonight for this Bayside defense that came up with stops everywhere and all over the field tonight. And let's take a look at tonight's school bus stop of the game presented by NHTSA.
Presented by NHTSA. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
And it was early on and scrambling around. Will Allen, as he did all night, was able to get on quarterback.
Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is
Josh
out.
Norris, and Allen was a wrecking ball up all night for this Bayside team. And remember, the school bus stop of the game presented by NHTSA. Always stop for the school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. Not stopping or trying to beat the stop arm puts lives at risk and result in large fines. Paid for by NHTSA. And now let's take a look at our one-of-a-kind player of the game. This one was, boy, just no doubt early on. Noah Kane wanted to watch this young man play tonight, and what a night he had on the ground. 9 rushes, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, also 3 catches for 62 yards and a touchdown. Had a punt return of about 70 yards called back for a touchdown as well. So he ends up over 221 yards total offense, 3 touchdowns on the night, and Noah Kane is our one-of-a-kind player of the game for the Admirals. As the Admirals, a huge night here tonight, 396 yards and total offense for the Tuscaloosa Academy Knights. They end up with, can't get my stats here total to catch up. But anyway, let's go down to Dan Brennan. Dan Brennan, he's down on the field.
Coach Barrett Trotter, we hear about Bayside Academy. We don't always get a chance to do the games involving Bayside Academy. That's a really good football team you've got. It seems to me a lot of upperclassmen, kids who have played already, know how to play, know how to dominate.
Yeah, we've got a great senior group. They've been leading strong this entire offseason, and everybody else has, picked up the pace that they set. And this team's playing well right now. I mean, we're physical on defense and can be explosive on offense. And the good thing is we've got things from this game we can correct, and hopefully moving in the playoffs we're even better next week.
I happened to eavesdrop on your post game, and you were talking about the next 5 weeks. So obviously your plans for this team are to just keep on rolling.
Yeah, I mean, where there is no vision, the people perish, right? So, we set that goal to go play for state, and that's what we're shooting for. You shoot for the best, and this group right here, they're not just talking about it. Hopefully, we can make it happen. They're working to try and make it happen. That's the best we can do every week.
There was nothing really. You just took Tuscaloosa Academy completely out of their offense. There was really nothing they could do because of that penetration, containment on the edge, everything.
Yeah, I mean, as we prepare plan each week, defensively, our coaches do a great job because we haven't particularly played that defense that we're actually playing tonight. We can, we're multiple enough defensively and have coaches that can teach it and players that can learn it that we can adjust to what we're going to see. And we haven't really seen a team that can throw the ball like they can until we played St. Michael's week 1 and, adjust the plan accordingly and go execute. And our kids did a great job.
Heck of a team you have this year.
Thank you very much.
Let's bring in our friend from Dr. Pepper.
Hey, Coach.
Hey,
just want to say congratulations
Thank you
on the
very
big
much.
win. On behalf of Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper, wanted to present you with this trophy.
Heck yeah. I love it. Thank you, guys.
Coach. Hey,
thank you, man.
All right.
Thank you, man.
There you go. Thank you, Coach.
Barrett Trotter and the Bayside Admirals, they like the belt as they celebrate the championship, a region championship, and they win here tonight, and they move on to the playoffs, and Coach Trotter puts the belt on as Bayside will get ready for some pictures here as they close out the regular season, 9-1 on the year, 50-0. When last broadcast here of our season on Friday Night Rivals, got so many great partners we want to thank. Want to thank all of our crew, do such a great job all season long. I want to thank our great sponsors, including Andrews Diesel and Automotive, ArcelorMittal Calvert, Coca-Cola United Bottling, Dr. Pepper, Greer's Markets, McMurphy Orthodontics, the Mobile County Sheriff's Department, NHTSA, Roof Doctors, SA Recycling, UJ Chevrolet, and the United States Coast Guard. So thanks to our great Friday Night Rivals crew, not just tonight, all night long. My longtime partner, Dan Brennan, 26 years. We've been doing this on Friday Night Rivals, and a great season comes to an end because the Alabama High School Athletic Association won't let us do the playoff games live on TV for some reason. Ask them. We don't know why. Bayside with a win. They go to the playoffs. Won't be able to do the game on live TV. There's or any other ones, but they will be starting the playoffs next week. Good luck to all of our local teams. And so from Bayside for the final time for the 2025 season, I'm Jim Cox saying good night for Friday Night Rivals, where Bayside continues to roll, knocking off Tuscaloosa Academy heading into the postseason.